A quick peek into the locker room as the players get set for the game ahead, looking to make a big splash here tonight. If you're looking for a party this Saturday night, we're bringing you one. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. We've got a good match. Up in the guard position tonight, Clark. Should be a fun battle for the fans.
I agree. I mean, every kid loves to dribble and shoot, so it's a blast to watch the pros do it, the best in the world. Plus, if there's any ankle breaking going on tonight, you know it's going viral.
Here are the five for Philadelphia. They've got Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Chamberlain in at the center position. There's Ball with a three. Chamberlain pulls it in. Pass to Dimon. Here's Chamberlain. Here's Houston. And off target. He starts the game 0 for 1. Now the Clippers with it. And this is their first time matched up with Philadelphia this year. Ball outside. Screen by O'Neal. Here's the three. Ball no good. We played just over a minute here in the first, and there's the call on LaMelo Ball. That's his first foul.
Not exactly how you want to dive into the game. Picks up his first foul right off the bat.
Here's Dimon. We saw him with 11 points in his last game. 4-3.
This is exactly where length and instinct combine to provide a stop. Ball doing it nicely at the defensive end.
Pass to O'Neal. 6 to shoot. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot. Here's Dimon. Hounded by Ball. Here's Houston. Here's Dimon. Cash money on the open jump shot.
You knew something had to go in at some point now. Maybe the start of better things ahead. They certainly hope so.
Leonard on the wing. Releases from the wing and drills it.
Oh, getting rid of it in a hurry. Nice quick release that time.
Here's Dimon. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. During his career, we've seen LaMelo Ball score from just about everywhere, Clark.
Yeah, you know, he's really a talented player. I mean, he can make it hard on any defense. He's always in motion, and he knows what to do when he catches the basketball. He's unpredictable in how he goes about it. He's a hard cover for sure.
Thompson outside. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Out to Leonard. The three is up. Chamberlain pulls it in. Philadelphia's gone 0 for 2 from outside. Here's Houston. In the game against Denver, very impressive.
Much respect for the jumper of Houston. He knows exactly when to let it fly.
Ball looks over the floor. Pass to Leonard. The kick out to Ball. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Demon. Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
A 1-for-5 start so far. Not what they envisioned coming into this game.
Chamberlain, no good.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Latumbo. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the evening.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
Shooting 1.
And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Tyronn Lue gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. We talked about their defensive game plan for Giannis, and he told me the best way to guard Giannis is to keep him out of the paint and force him to be a jump shooter. The only problem is no one's figured out how to do that consistently. Giannis always seems to find a way to impose his will. Back over to you, Brian.
And Allie, thanks. Here's Dimon. He's got 5. Pass to Houston. Puts up a 3. Mutombo with a rebound. Mutombo has got his 4th rebound in this one. Leonard passes to O'Neal. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Dimon, hounded by Ball. Philadelphia moving it around. Here's Chamberlain. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Yep, on the interior, Wilt's enormous size. Just too much to overcome, and certainly something that can't be taught.
Leonard on the wing. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Dimon. Philadelphia has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Pass to Chamberlain. Here's Houston. Here's Chamberlain, hounded by Ball. Fader on the way. The Clippers grab the miss. Mutombo's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. O'Neal passes to Thompson. Ball outside. Inside. Oh, got a piece of it. Here's Mutombo. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. They're coming off a win against the Nuggets.
What about their offense? It was a well-oiled machine, getting them high-quality looks time and time again.
Boy, it really showed the trust they have in one another. I love how they got after it, and you could feel that they were playing for each other.
And it's Dimon missing.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Spins. Thompson scores off the spin.
Even though he does most of his damage along the perimeter, Thompson can also dial it up inside.
And it'll be Philadelphia with their first time out of the game here. And as the regular season winds down, some teams must be concerned about their seeding, Greg.
Yeah, B.A. For teams still on the bubble, just getting into the postseason is the concern. For the top teams, seedings are huge. They want as many home games as possible.
And it's a completely new group for the Clippers. Now here's Messi. He's guarded closely. Outside Kamara. Philadelphia with another miss.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And so the ball out of bounds. Anunoby touched it last. Now looking at the 2K leaderboard, specifically which teams have created a lot of turnovers and cashed in on the other end during the last 10 games. In third, the 76ers.
Well, over these last few games, they've been putting excellent pressure on the ball handlers and then turning those forced errors into easy points.
Hardaway, the pass to Thompson. Picked by Messi. Fires from 14. Shots good by Thompson. And the 76ers lead by 2.
He knows he can get his shot anytime he wants, and he also knows he has the green light.
Pass to Billups. Henderson outside. Just 5 on the clock. Takes the three. Rebound by Philadelphia.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Hardaway, no good.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
To the inside, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
I love the way Billups spreads that ball around.
Philadelphia shooting just 36% here in the first quarter. Pass to Houston. On the wing, Thompson. 1:49 left to play in the first quarter. And out of bounds, Los Angeles will have it. Only 5 games left to go, and then it's playoff time. Let's check in on the East. You take a look at the 76ers. A really frustrating season for them. They're looking forward to the draft.
When I look at the 76ers, there's no doubt they feel the pressure mounting. I mean, failing to match those expectations from the start of the year is apparent.
And, you know, any fixes they've tried during the season have only compounded their problems.
From 20 feet. And again, it's the Clippers converting.
Silky smooth stroke that time from Billups in the mid-range.
Pass to Messi. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
What he lacks in height, he certainly makes up for with his bounce.
For Los Angeles, they've got 6 of 14 in so far. Thompson against Henderson. Here's Queen from outside the arc. Counted from distance. Queen's got 5 now.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Pass to Messi. Up top, Thompson. Over Henderson. Again, Philadelphia.
You're never going to be able to get to that jump shot. Not with how high Thompson gets up on it.
Outside Anunoby. Here's Queen. He's guarded by Messi. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Los Angeles shooting their second and third shots at the line here.
At the line for 2, Queen.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And that's good as he hits both shots. And we've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter here. Thompson outside. Philadelphia moving it around. Pass to Houston. 3-pointer. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Here's Billups. And again, it's the Clippers missing. 1 quarter in the books. And it's been a close one. The Clippers on top, up by 3. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. What do you guys think about Los Angeles here in this one?
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
We've got Kawhi Leonard, also Karl Anthony Towns out there. And it's Billups in at the 1. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Pass to Dimon. Right wing. Shoots. Nails the wide open jumper.
That is good offense, unselfish play.
The Clippers in the lead. Leonard on the wing. 5 to shoot. Leonard doesn't hold back.
Skilled at getting inside and doing work down there. Kawhi Leonard is a confident scorer.
Right side Kamara. Stolen by Thompson. Pass to Towns. From downtown, Chamberlain pulls it in. Chamberlain's got 5 rebounds in the game. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds now. Year to year, Karl Anthony Towns remains an elite three-point threat in this league, Clark.
Yeah, he's one of the best shooters, period, in the league. And when you talk about just big guy shooters, he is the best. I mean, Jokic is maybe going to give him a run for the money, but I take Cat as the best three-point shooter of big men in the league. I mean, he's 7 feet tall, 250 pounds, and it's really hard to find anybody that can guard him outside and inside.
Pass to Billups. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second, and the Clippers miss again.
He's letting it fly, but the results just have not been there.
It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Yeah, we know that on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
And, you know, one of the things about missing free throws is not only are you not getting points yourself, but it allows the other team to maintain momentum or keep a rally going.
They get back on track. Here's Dimon. He's got 5. Chamberlain gets the bucket.
Some loud hustle points right there. My goodness.
Here's Billups. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Pass to Mutombo. Here's Dimon. Outside runner. And that one drops for him. Dimon's got 7. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Philadelphia.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
And, you know, another thing that's been working for them tonight, scoring off turnovers, points off miscues. They've been converting any mistakes at the other end.
Checked in for the Sixers. And taking a moment here, a look at the best rebounders among rookies over the last month. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. Ball outside. The steal. Pass to Kamara. This one for 3. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback. Now it's a 3-point 76ers lead.
And their intensity has only picked up this quarter, even while holding the lead.
Yeah, I love the energy they're playing with. I say it this way. Good teams, championship teams, play against the game as much as they play against the opponent. Nice uptick here in their second chance points in this quarter.
Outside Kamara. Pass to Dimon. There's a screen. 5 on the clock. That 3's off the mark.
Well, if he can somehow get into a rhythm offensively, I think they could stretch this lead.
Ball passes to Leonard. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time. Ball's got 3 assists tonight.
Leonard scores at all 3 levels. He's a threat anywhere on the floor.
Outside Kamara. Over to the wing for 3, Demon. Here's Antetokounmpo. Uses the glass on the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 4 points this quarter.
How about using that 7'3" wingspan of his to gobble up offensive boards? Antetokounmpo making it happen on the glass.
Ball passes to Leonard. Oh, gonna take more than that to stop Kawhi.
Over the course of the game, he's been very accurate, doing some great stuff.
And Philadelphia calls time here. And now that they have some time to get a little bit of rest, it's time for these players to regroup while hydrating themselves with some Gatorade, looking to gain a boost of energy as they continue to play in this game.
And staying hydrated is the only surefire way to do it. An athlete's body doesn't have the same power and stamina without proper hydration. These guys will be sure to use this timeout wisely.
And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for LaMelo Ball.
Well, I like that he's really found a balance. He doesn't feel the need to put the team on his back and try to carry them offensively, but he can still bring it when they need him most. And maybe what's most important, he provides that veteran leadership necessary.
Here's Hardaway. He's scoreless. Pass to Houston. Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Ball passes to Queen. Now here's Henderson. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. Ball outside. Launches it. Misi grabs the board.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Pass to Queen. Henderson for 3. Sinks the tray. Henderson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Here's Houston. Takes a 3. Sinks his 3rd bucket. He's 3 for 6 now.
Really warming up. He's scoring it with consistency this quarter.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the LA Clippers. 3-pointer O'Neal. Misi grabs the board. Misi's got 4 rebounds now. Oh, deflected. Oh, stolen by Anunoby. And so Ty Lue calls a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over.
Let's hear it for your Clippers.
Making a switch here. Towns is checked in. Just 5 games left on the year. Let's take a look at the current seedings in the West. Taking a look at the Clippers, and after a subpar season, there have been some questions about the direction of this franchise. The Clippers have gone just 5 of 12 here in the second quarter. Ball passes to Anunoby. Here's Towns. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Pass to Hardaway. And here's Kamara. Here's Houston, defended by Henderson. Puts one up from 19. Houston gets the bucket. Houston's got 7 points here in the quarter. And when it comes to taking an offense out of its rhythm, what are some of the primary methods, Grant?
Well, BA, you have to disrupt their flow. That can come from steals, deflections, block shots, even change shots. Anything that makes them feel uncomfortable.
Hardaway against Ball. Down low. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
And the basket is good.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Picked by Misi. Here's Houston. And a miss there on the triple.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Ali LaForce.
Well, OG Anunoby is so disruptive. He's led the league in steals. And he said, I want to be the defensive player of the year. I've always thought I was the best defender in the league. I'm athletic enough, strong enough, and smart enough to defend every single position. Back to you, BA.
Very confident. Thanks much for the report, Ali. Antetokounmpo. Oh, the foul by Giannis.
He came up dry offensively in the first, but looks like he's ready to turn it around.
Pass to Henderson. Beyond the arc. Yes, sir. And it's Paul with the assist that time. Paul's got 4 assists now tonight. Here's Houston. 10 points for him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. The Sixers on top. They lead by 3. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Get ready for some IRBN and amazing stunts from the Pocket Mike Arena Entertainment.
Hey there and welcome. It's getting hot in here and the postseason hunt is getting even hotter. Never a better time for a look at the league power rankings.
Looking at Philadelphia, down the final stretch, this is where you want to turn up. They're doing the opposite.
Shaq full of no punches. They might be folding up their tents and looking to next year. And let's circle back now to that first half. The Sixers find themselves in a tense one.
They have played like they wanted, fighting for every missed shot. You love to see that passion, man.
Yeah, you can sense the urgency in their game. We'll see if they can sustain it. Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Clippers trail by 3. All right, time for an injury report.
Thanks, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for the Clippers. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. It's an injury that may have sidelined some players, but they've cleared him to return. I'm sure he'll be playing through some pain, but he'll try to get through it.
All right, Allie, thank you.
Yeah, you know, sometimes the hardest part about this situation is just not knowing. At least we have a bit more clarity now.
So, on the floor for Philadelphia, we've got Devin, and it's Houston in at the 2 spot.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Chamberlain passes to Houston. They set the pick. Fires from deep. Fires in the triple. He's got 5.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
And so it's Paul with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 4. Pass to Mutombo. to ball. Shoots over Demon. Ball no good.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Pass to Leonard. Launches a three. Rebound by Philadelphia. Chamberlain's got 8 rebounds in the game.
Another miss. Not how he wanted to start the second half.
Here's Houston. Puts up a deep three. And that one is hammered home.
Tell you what, if you let Wilt get the ball there, that's the poster shot you can expect.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Pass to O'Neal. Here's Dimon. Leonard defending. Antetokounmpo.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And they just keep making mistakes. I mean, that's back-to-back turnovers, which easily could have been prevented.
Philadelphia with the ball. 9 points in a row, a good run going. And Grant, for everything else he's accomplished, Giannis hasn't quite mastered the three-point shot.
And you know, he hasn't had to, B.A. You want him inside, hitting on those high percentages, shutting down the lane defensively, and of course, controlling the boards.
And so Ty Lue calls a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
And they got a spot in the top half of the NBA for fewest turnovers per game. They do a pretty solid job protecting the ball on the dribble and making smart passes.
And as you said, their defense this season has been rock solid. They don't give up a lot of easy scoring options and put good pressure on the offense. Leonard outside. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. So a moment now to see the story for Klay Thompson.
And I'm sure he's hoping to correct the dip his three-point percentage has suffered over the last 10 games. He's going to be hustling hard to pull that back up again.
Now Philadelphia with it. A 12-0 run right now and counting. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And Kawhi Leonard gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. And even as the league works for parity, there will always be those teams that are rebuilding. What are the keys to accelerating that process, Clark?
Well, there are a number of factors, B.A. I think you start with leadership and talent acquisition. I mean, those are two major components to this building a team and being successful. You've got to have talent. And then I think you've got to have a commitment to staying the course. Consistency really matters when you get leadership and talent in place.
Thompson passes to Queen. Here's Billups. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Trying to get it going. Only 1 for 5 to start the second half.
Pass to Dimon. Here's Houston. Out to the right wing. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
And so Ty Lue calls a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
It's time for testing. You know, you see yourself on the big screen, then you know what to do. Let's see the move. Let's see those things, folks. That's in my feet. No thanks.
He's checked in for the Clippers. And while we can, let's take a look at the steadiest free throw shooters among small forwards in the last month. Kawhi Leonard third.
And it's clear that these guys work hard on maintaining their free throw shooting. It's why they're among the best in the league in that category.
Well, you can't get those numbers without the work. And they've posted impressive numbers, and all of them are naturally gifted shooters, but you have to add to natural ability the work required to bring it to fruition.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Pass to Queen. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. They need this. And it's rejected.
Man, what a well-coordinated athlete at his size. To add that superior timing, hard to get shots over Will Chamberlain.
And Kawhi Leonard gets a whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game. OG Anunoby's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Hardaway's checked in. Here's Dimon. 18 points separating these teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
Balanced play has given them the lead and also quieted this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
And the slam dunk by Thompson.
You can't teach the toughness that Thompson plays with. He simply refuses to back down.
Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the 76ers.
Well, you know, for me, the passing has been fantastic all night. Everybody loves watching this style of basketball where the ball moves and players move. Coaches, fans, and even us broadcasters can appreciate that kind of action.
We also got to highlight how on fire they've been from three-point land. They've continued to capitalize from beyond the arc in this one.
Outside Hardaway. And there's the lob. Stripped away. Thompson outside. Back to Anunoby. Pass to Towns. He can't get that one to fall.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Buries it from three.
He drops yet another dive, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, hey, they've been clearly the better team. He has certainly shot the ball well here, trying to lift his team up.
Here's Dimon. He's got 13. Six on the shot clock. The Clippers grab the miss. Towns has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Billups. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. And that was good.
Boy, the competitive spirit of Billups, his size, his strength, his craftiness, all of that allow him to play through contact.
Pass to Chamberlain. Now here's Hardaway. Over Thompson. Hardaway, no good.
I wouldn't count on him missing the mid-range shot again. That's a good look for him.
Here's Billups. Here's Queen. Off the mark there with a three. You get the sense Giannis Antetokounmpo is hungry to get another title, Clark.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, he's definitely in the prime of his career and would like to add another Larry O'Brien trophy to his collection. He is getting older, but again, I think he's still in his prime, and he knows that while time is short, another championship could set him apart from a lot of the greats.
Out of bounds. It'll be Philadelphia's ball.
And they make use of a majority of their opportunities from the line, finishing top 10 overall in this category, a team you shouldn't foul.
And as you said, their defense this season has been rock solid. They don't give up a lot of easy scoring options and put good pressure on the offense. O'Neal, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Ball comes in for Anunoby. To the left wing. For three, Dimon nails it from beyond the arc. Dimon's got 16 points.
And when it comes to the three, they've been really dialed in here in the second half.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, you got it real right. They are lighting it up from beyond the arc this half.
1:07 left in the third quarter. To the left side wing. 18 feet out. Here's Chamberlain. And terrific work on the offensive glass as he picks up the deuce.
Yeah, showing a little versatility with their offensive attack. In the first half, it was about the three ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring.
Pass to Billups. Will it go? Chamberlain pulls it in. Chamberlain's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating.
Not his night shooting the ball, and it's really had an impact on this game.
Dimon, that's good.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter, attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
And Ball will bring it up here for the Clippers. Shot clock at 5. Fires for 3. That shot off the mark. And so it's Philadelphia. A huge 24-point lead for them. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. Back after this. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the two-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Kawhi Leonard, and it's O'Neal in at the 4. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Leonard looking around. And they tell players your career is short. Maximize your earnings. But sometimes guys take less credit.
And you know, different things go into that. Winning, comfort, and in some cases, you're talking legacy. You know, for those rare players who've been with one team their whole career.
Time called here. The 76ers decide to talk it over. And the 76ers going with a whole new group.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris. Court offenses face off doors. It is a chess match of strategy and execution. And I am here to say I love it.
Every possession becomes very calculated. You run set plays to create high-quality shots. You are, generally speaking, mismatch hunting.
So we're Stoudemire sitting on the bench. Here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. They've got Yao, and it's Davis in at point guard.
And this is right where Yao wants to be. His size makes that easy money.
Pass to Bennett. Harden surveying the D. Now Pierce. Just 5 on the clock. Unloads. Misses off the left iron. Last outing for the Hawks, it was a loss to Miami. Here's Blackman. Back to Davis. Three-pointer. A three-pointer is right on target.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Into the lane, and he jams it with authority.
Well, Davis has a real skill for getting guys set up and sees openings others might miss.
Harden outside. Back to Rodriguez. Pass to Harden. And they get it. And a great assist by Rodriguez as that one goes in.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Murray Boyd. Pierce covering. With the drive. Here's Davis, and here is Yao. And the layup's good off the glass. Yao's got his second bucket.
Well, they were looking for a fast start, and they have been perfect from the tip.
The Liberty have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pierce feeling it out a bit. This one for 3, and Davis pulls it down.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Pass to Blackman. Back to Davis. Shot on the wing. Good on the jump shot. Davis has got 5 now.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And so the timeout here by Mike Woodson. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. With this break in the action, here's a look at the teams that have blocked the most shots in the NBA this last month. In the third spot, the Hawks.
They have been racking up the blocks lately. I mean, if they keep this up, they're going to be a very difficult matchup for anybody.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Liberty. 8-point game.
And sometimes you can make a few plays here and there, but never get into a real rhythm. That's what happened to them in that game.
I'll tell you, that's a great way to put it, because I thought they were all over the place. They never settled into any kind of rhythm.
And Howard with the second chance points.
The first guy you have to box out, the White. Can't allow Howard to be free on the glass.
Back to Davis. No one near him. And again, it's Atlanta.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Louisville trails by 8. Pass to Bennett. Now here's Rodriguez. Poked away. It's stolen by Davis. Here's Blackman. Now Yao, guarded by Harden. Here's Murray Boyle. Here's Yao. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Bobbed up there for Howard. Here's Murray Boyle. Nothing on the board. Good ball movement here by the Hawks. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Yao. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. And Davis can't get it to go.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right. He stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
The 3 from Harden. Louisville, no good that time either. Atlanta leading by 10. Here's Murray Boyle. Excellent D there from Pierce.
Most defenses want to protect the paint first. Great job there.
Harden bounce pass. Pass to Pierce. Gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
A true 3-level scorer. Pierce can beat you anywhere on the floor.
Here's Blackman. Back to Davis. There's a good screen. The Hawks again can't hit. Louisville trails by 8. Pass to Harden. Outside, Pierce. Outside, Davis. Here's Blackman. Defended by Pierce. Back to Davis. Uncovered. And the rebound goes to Howard. Louisville has gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Outside, Pierce. Here's Howard. It doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Yao. Here's Murray Boyle. Oh, good on the triple. And for Louisville, they're shooting a lowly 30% to start this game. And that one's good by Pierce.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
Atlanta leading by 6. And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Yeah, I mean, hard time shooting the rock in that one. But they also didn't give themselves the best look.
I think even when you get quality looks, there was an inability to stay consistent. It is hard to win on a cold shooting night in today's NBA. The scoring is just too good.
platoon swap here for Louisville. To Ingram to the inside, and the jam by Stoudemire.
And short trip for Stoudemire to the rim, and with his athletic ability, there's just no stopping.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
I briefly spoke with the Liberty head coach. As far as Brandon Ingram goes, coach believes that space is the key. He told me, quote, if we can close the gap, there aren't as many tools that he can go to, especially if we have a second defender to throw an occasional arm out. Percentages drop quite a bit in those cases. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. And Whiteside with the basket on the assist from Ingram. Ingram's got 3 assists in the game. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Hawks?
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
Runs in the pass to Banchero. Clock at 6. Shoots it up. Rebound by the Hawks.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage. And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Boy, the ability to get off your feet in that quick a fashion. Paulo Banchero, tough to deal with.
Stoudemire against Banchero. Stoudemire inside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Atlanta shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. The first free throw is good. That one is no good. Louisville trails by 11. Reeves drives in. That's good, and it's Banchero with the assist.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Stoudemire outside. Ingram outside. Here's Whiteside. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And a few of those led to quick scores at the other end. Really active first quarter for them.
So with Stoudemire sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. We've got Bilal Coulibaly. Whiteside is out there with Davis, and it's Blackman in at the 2 spot. Back to Davis. All sorts of time. Good as the jump shot falls. Davis has got 9 points.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Pass to Bennett. Louisville passing it around. The three from Harden. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And that's what you love to see from Howard, creating his own offense there off the miss.
Here's Blackman. Back to Davis. Fires from deep. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Gay outside. Pass to Harden. Here's Pettit. Still without a basket. Harden finds Reeves. Louisville needs to get off a shot. Again, the miss by Harden.
I'll tell you, his teammates are going to start to freeze this guy out if he keeps taking threes like this.
And teams are always looking for positional size. Doris, where is that most valuable?
If you look across the league today, Kevin, it's at every single position. Size and skill as a combination is very tough to beat, and teams are getting bigger and more skilled across positions now.
And he makes the first. Some changes for the Liberty. Pierce comes in for Rudy Gay. And Rodriguez is subbed in for Austin Reeves. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And so the timeout here by Mike Woodson. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
You know, couldn't agree more with this timeout. Far too many turnovers to get any kind of offensive rhythm. You're just trying to mix things up here.
Let's now take a look at some of the numbers for him.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
Pass to Pettit. And here's Harden for three. Now Meng pulls it in. Yao's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight.
Boy, this has not been his night. The effort's certainly there, but he looks disjointed.
Back to Davis. Wide open look. The rebound by Pierce. Louisville trails by 14. And here's Harden for three. That shot misses.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
The Liberty have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. Here's down low. Banked in off the glass. Pierce has got 6.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Davis surveying the floor. Pass to Murray Boyle. Shot clock at 6. Here's Yao. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Right side, Pierce. It's blocked, and Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. This game against Louisville here, it's their first meeting of the season. Making the switch here. Ingram's checked in. While we have a break, we can see which teams have made the most of their second chance opportunities over the last 10 games.
Really something to see. Their effort on the offensive glass has just led to so many second chance opportunities.
The Hawks leading by 14. Outside, Davis. Pass to Blackman. Back to Davis, all alone. And the jumper is on the mark. 14 points for Davis.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
It doesn't get any higher percentage than that. Dwight Howard, no doubt, on the dunk.
Davis against Rodriguez. Lets it go with the three. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Howard's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Rodriguez against Davis. 13 feet away. Howard misses.
Listen, that's a good shot for him. He just couldn't connect.
Pass to Blackman. And here is Yao, guarded by Harden. Yao's shot is good. Yao's got 10 points in the game.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Harden bounce pass. Pierce wide open. He fires. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Pierce has got 5 points now this quarter. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. The NBA has style. Commissioner Adam Silver said, this is a unique league. It's also a lifestyle brand. There's a strong association with music, fashion, culture, and also art. And the way to grow the sport is to appeal beyond those who are hardcore basketball fans. That's where our success has come. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, but we sure love those die-hard fans, don't we? Thank you, Allen. And so the timeout here by Mike Woodson. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Both teams making some changes here.
Substitution on the court.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Louisville. Down by 15. It's Pierce on the wing. Clingan the screen for Pierce. Pass to Banchero. Now Clingan. He's covered by Yao.
Come on now, folks. You know how good that is? To contest a shooter and finish the defensive play with a rebound, that is big time.
A chance here to get a quick injury report.
Hey guys, I spoke with the head athletic trainer for Atlanta. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. By their estimation, no further damage can be caused by playing on this particular injury, so they're going to roll the dice and he's going to play.
Good information as always, Allie. We thank you.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's going to be a while before we see him again, and that hurts. You hope to maximize your time in this league as much as possible. Being out that long has got to be heartbreaking for this young guy.
And you watch Paolo Banchero. GA offensively, he is a load to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, he can cross you up, hit you with the spin move, score over either shoulder. This young man is a force.
That free throw, good from Banchero. Greg, not many games remain in the season, and the posturing beginning for these teams as they jostle for postseason positioning.
Yeah, this is the time to give full effort and to really communicate. When the pressure rises, teams can either gel together or fall apart.
And he's good on the second.
Banchero, one of those big men that does a little bit of everything, and the scary thing is he's got tremendous upside.
And he makes all three. Atlanta leading by 16. Stolen by Pierce. Down low. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Second round pick back in 2018. Stardom wasn't expected for Jalen Brunson, but he's always been a winner.
You look at his physical attributes, nothing jumps out at you. But it's all between the ears with him. The skill, the footwork, the vision, that's what makes him elite.
First free throw is good.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
And both free throws good for Brunson.
Now, Jalen Brunson plays bigger than his size. He's aggressive. He's going to go right at defenders. He doesn't care if you're bigger than he is. He will keep coming at you.
Yao with a screen on Pierce. Deflects the pass. Clingan with the steal. Brunson right side. He lobs it up. Pierce with the steal. Rodriguez outside. Banchero up top. Guarded by Stoudemire. Shot clock at 5. Baseline try. And it's Banchero missing.
Boy, he had a clear look at it. Ooh, you hate to miss chippies like that.
Lets it go. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. And the Hawks lead by 16.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Here's Blackman. He has 6. Yao with a screen on Pierce. It's tipped. Blackman, the pass to Yao. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Banchero against Stoudemire. And stolen by Yao. Over to the left wing. Got it. He's now 3 for 5 from the field.
It's impressive. The level of domination at both ends. And you're seeing the results.
You know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
Louisville, no good that time either. The Hawks leading by 20. 36 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. That one falls. Yao's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Pass to Banchero. Now Pierce. Now Rodriguez. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Now here's Ingram. Here's Yao. Oh, he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
Coaches talk about ending quarters well. You cannot do it better than that.
And so it's Atlanta, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Allie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
I'm here with Coach Quinn Snyder, and Coach, you're getting stops in the first half. What do you attribute to that?
Well, we're playing hard, scrambling, picking up our effort, trying to be precise and disciplined and talk, and we're not resting on our laurels at any point.
Hopefully you can remain active on the defensive end in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
Allie, thank you for that interview. And now we're at halftime, and we'll be back to bring you more basketball after this.
It's time for your fan half-court shots. Please direct your attention to center court. Run line. They're thinking about the shot. One more time, a round of applause.
Welcome, everybody. The story at the half could be summed up as a dominating performance for the Atlanta Hawks.
That rim is looking awfully big to them right now. I'm telling you, even though those shots are tough, they're going in.
Yeah, this lead is monstrous, and there's still another half to go. And now, you know it, you love it. Time to see what fans are saying on social media. And here's a good one. Gerald Hops inquires, what would happen if the league got rid of the three-point line?
I actually love that idea. Get rid of those little guys running around on the outside, earning your living in the paint.
Yeah, nope. Let's not go back to the olden days. No, thank you.
Well, you know, the league is always looking for ways to improve and evolve, but I agree. I don't see that one happening anytime soon. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Yao Ming really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
That takes a level of aggression and a level of focus, and he has brought it all night thus far.
And for Louisville, they're shooting about 33%, not happy with their play on that end. So with Gay on the bench, here's who Mike Woodson's going with. We've got Harden. He's out there with Rodriguez. Pierce is out there with Howard. And it's Pettit in at the 4 spot.
That's what we call a power finish. There's no such thing as gentle for the big man.
Davis, the pass to Black. Back to Davis. Launches it. Looks good. Is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
A guy like this, with the skill set he's got, you can keep the defenders guessing.
Pass to Pettit. Here is Harden. Outside, Pierce. 6 to shoot. Unloads from 13. Rebound, Atlanta. Yao's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Davis. He doesn't hit that one. Good work defensively by Harden. For Louisville, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Pierce kicks to Rodriguez. Puts up a deep three. The long distance three is buried. Rodriguez has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Davis, the pass to Yao. Back to Davis. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Davis has got 19 points.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Harden dishes to Pierce. Goes up to the stripe. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Pierce has got 11 points.
This guy's such a strong mid-range shooter.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Checked in for Louisville. Austin Reeves comes in for Rodriguez. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Whiteside's checked in. The Hawks leading by 22. Pass to Blackman. Back to Davis. Nice shot from the wing. Davis has got 7 points for the quarter.
Boy, you have got to be pleased with the start of this third quarter. 3 for 4 out of the gates. Just keep your rhythm now.
And Harden launches it from deep. Can't drop the tough three-pointer.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Davis, the pass to Blackman. Back to Davis from the wing. Yep, that one goes. Davis has got 23.
80% shooting to start the third, 4 for 5.
Louisville has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, so are dynasties a thing of the past? Well, Commissioner Adam Silver said, I'm fine with dynasties and I'm fine with new teams emerging every year. What the fans want to see is great competition. As long as teams are emerging through great management, let the results happen however they play out. Back over to you guys.
You just won a fair fight. Okay, thank you, Allie. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Davis. Pass to Blackman. Back to Davis. Wide open. And again, it's Atlanta. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Hawks.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Pass to Blackman. Back to Davis. Shot from the wing. And it falls over the rim and in. And now it's 27 points for Davis.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Now a timeout called by the Liberty.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
All right, fans, get on your feet and make some noise for T-shirt time!
Checked in for the Hawks. This pause in the action gives us a chance to see the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers this month. Number 5, the Hawks.
Yeah, I mean, their defense has been really good, and it's led to a lot of easy opportunities on offense. Creating points off turnovers has been key.
Atlanta on D. Rudy Gay on the wing. Davis against Reeves. Pass to Pettit, 18 feet out, and that one drops for him. Pettit's got 4 points in the quarter.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
Back to Davis, a 3-ball, and the rebound goes to Louisville. To the middle, here's Pettit. It's rebounded by Coulibaly.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
Pass to Murray Boyle. Here's Blackman. Shot clock at 6. A floater. He takes it up and lays it in. Blackman's got 10 points.
How about the touch on that shot? That is tougher than it looks, folks.
Louisville passing it around, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Boy, there is such a punishing physicality to the game of Dwight Howard. Excellent job getting to the free throw line.
For Louisville, they've been good at the line so far, 5 of 5.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
And he can't get the first one.
And the defensive prowess of Howard is simply phenomenal. Not only a shot-blocking master, but his mere presence alone makes shooters incredibly nervous.
Banchero's checked in for Louisville. Jalen Brunson comes in for James Harden. And the second free throw, good. The Hawks have gone 8 of 10 shooting here in the second half. Very strong. Blackman, the pass to Stoudemire. Here's Blackman over Reeves. Blackman's shot is off. Banchero against Stoudemire. Howard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. They get Hassan Whiteside.
And just an amazing shot fake there from Howard, effectively bringing the defender off the ground and just going right into the contact.
No good on that one. And the Hawks making a change here. Ingram's checked in. Good on the second free throw. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Brunson outside. Howard setting the pick for Brunson. Reeves left side. Carroll, a screen on Koulibaly. Louisville, no good that time either. Atlanta shooting nearly 70% from the floor. They are putting on a clinic offensively. Whiteside sets the pick for Stoudemire. Got a piece of it. Ingram passes to Stoudemire. Pulls it up. The Hawks again can't hit. And here's Carroll. He'll bring it up for the Liberty. And it's Howard finishing it off.
And Howard has great timing on these alley-oops. As long as the pass is spot on, he's clear for takeoff.
Koulibaly with a screen on Brunson. From 10 feet out, misses off the right iron. The Liberty have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. 2 minutes. Howard setting the pick for Carroll. A minute 50 left to play in the third. Pass to Whiteside. Now here's Stoudemire. Trying to end the drought. He gets it in there. Stoudemire's got 5 now.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
It's Gay on the way. He's covered by Ingram. No good from Gay. To the paint. And it's Stoudemire missing. And for Louisville, they're shooting 54% since they had a chance to talk things over at halftime. They're looking locked in out there now. And here's Brunson outside. Atlanta with the rebound.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Stoudemire wide open. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Stoudemire's got 5 points now this quarter. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Brunson outside. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Ingram with the rebound. A shot. And he connects with the jumper. 8 points for him.
You know, he hasn't taken as many shots tonight, but they're still ahead, and that means his teammates are delivering.
And so it's Atlanta, leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. Back right after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So with Davis sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. We've got Stoudemire. He's out there with Griffin. And it's Van Arsdale in at the shooting guard position. Poole with no one around. Stoudemire grabs the board. The Hawk shooting has been just fantastic, around 65% tonight, getting exactly what they want, when they want it.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
And it's Carroll missing.
Defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Here's Griffin, and he drops it in from the low post. Griffin's got his first points of the night.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long. Tremendous lead pass. Boy, that makes your teammates happy, folks.
And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
To the left side wing. Back to Reeves. Louisville passing it around. Swinging the screen for Poole. And it's Klingon with the jam.
I'll tell you, delivering the basketball in tight spots is not easy, but he made it look that way.
Pass to Van Arsdale. Griffin a screen on Bankero. Inside, Labali, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Doesn't get much easier than that. That is nice work.
For Louisville, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. To the paint, Griffin with the steal. And now the fast break, Griffin with the ball. The wide open look here for Koulibaly. No good on the 3. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
And as we've seen, Greg, navigating this age of social media can be difficult for an NBA player.
Yeah, a momentary indiscretion can get broadcast to the whole world. So there's a need for caution that's probably higher than in decades past.
Clock at 6. Griffin passes to Stoudemire. Reeves with the rebound. And for Louisville, they're shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Bankero against Stoudemire, and the foul on Amari Stoudemire. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's his check in for Bankero. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. Here's Poole. Nails it from the high post.
Yeah, a problem from the mid-range. Jordan Poole understands how to shake free and get to that spot.
Back to Stoudemire. Here's Griffin. The Hawks again can't hit. The Liberty have gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the fourth quarter. The shot by Pierce will not go. Atlanta's gone 0 of 3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Griffin passes to Van Arsdale. Poole against Griffin. Here's Koulibaly. No good from outside. And it's Poole with the ball for the Liberty. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. He's looking for Klingon and finds him.
Yeah, fundamental basketball here. Passes on time and on target.
Hawks shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. For Louisville, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting at even 50% from the field. Poole, right side. We all hear about AI in the workplace, and I don't mean Allen Iverson, although we could put him in the workplace. Greg, now teams are using computers to break down the action.
Yeah, able to use camera tracking to assess credit and blame, right? So maybe the little things in winning plays that went unnoticed, they won't be overlooked much anymore.
The 3 from Harden. Louisville, no good that time either. The Hawks shooting 61%, showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Well, he hasn't helped them much tonight, but they've got a lot of productivity from other players.
Here's the pass to Pettit. Back to Pierce. Puts one up from 19. Here's Klingon. And it's Klingon with the jam.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what? Greg, he loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
Yao. And the rebound goes to Louisville. Klingon's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Pass to Pettit. Here's Klingon, defended by Yao. Klingon with it. Yao's there. A nice shot by Klingon.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And here is Yao. Blackman, the pass to Yao. Now, Koulibaly to stop the drought. The shot, no good.
I'll tell you, he has not been at his best, but they're winning, and that's all that matters.
Lets it go from 11. The shot by Pierce will not go.
Boy, this guy has not had a great night, and it really has weighed the entire team down.
From the high post, and Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Rodriguez passes to Pettit. Here's Harden. Fires top of the key. Rebound by Yao. Pierce covering. Yao the pass to Blackman. Now Koulibaly. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Stoudemire against Rodriguez. And it's Stoudemire slamming it down.
Big-time power from Stoudemire. His dunks pack a thunderous punch.
And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. The Liberty have gone only 6 of 14 on the field in the fourth. There are some who will say, Pierre, there are too many threes being taken in today's NBA. What are your thoughts on that?
Hey, if we're cutting back on something, how about free throws? The three-point shootout is arguably the best part of All-Star Saturday, but nobody wants to watch a free throw contest.
Catching up on the changes for Louisville. Rudy Gay's checked in for Pierce. Austin Reeves comes in for James Harden. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Rodriguez.
And this is an area where Gay is especially dangerous. A terrific mid-range scorer.
Davis, the pass to Black. Back to Davis. Takes the three. And another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Brunson scanning the floor. There's the pick. Just 5 to shoot. Stoudemire grabs the board.
And this is exactly what you have to do to stop him. That was a tremendous contest, forcing the miss.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Hawks.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Davis.
Boy, it's not just the scoring he gave them, it was the efficiency with which he did it.
17 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Blackman. The shot from 20 feet away. And Baron Davis again. And that's now 35 points for Davis.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've got hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the
talk coming in focused on the backcourts, Richard. Both teams have outstanding guard play.
And that means we should see some creative offense. I love skill play at any position, but it's often the guards that will leave you speechless.
Now the starting group for the Sacramento Kings. They've got Serge Ibaka, and it's Petrovic in at the 3. Clock at 6. Here's Havlicek. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And despite the defender's length, he goes right up from the mid-range.
Hey, when you trust your shot like he does, it doesn't matter how much size you're giving up. He feels the mid-range in his territory.
Here's Lucas. Deflects the pass. Simmons, the pass to Young. There's the 3. Sinks it from distance.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Havlicek's shot is off. Outside Young. Pass to Simmons. Now here's Reed. Tightly guarded. Trailblazers got to hurry. Got to get up a shot. No good with the triple. First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. Kept alive to the right side. Here's Boosie. The 3. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. Lucas passes to Young. Simmons looking around. Here's the pick. Young finds Simmons. Back to Young. 3-pointer. It's good. And a beautiful setup from Simmons that time. Young's got 6.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Here's Boosie. Sacramento passing it around. Late clock here. The Kings need to get one up. Havlicek's shot is off.
Just haven't found their offensive footing yet, only managing to sink 1 of their first 5 shots.
Young, the pass to Brown. Here's Simmons. Here's Lucas. Back to Simmons. It's Reed, high post. Shoots over Ibaka. Here's Simmons. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out.
Yeah, you think you gotta stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. They literally practice that every day.
Nice shot.
Free throw, no good for Simmons.
And one thing special about Simmons is his ability to defend multiple positions. You can put him on anyone, and he'll give him a hard time.
Now here's Ibaka. To stop the drought, Petrovic shot is off.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Pass to Simmons. And he lobs it up. Ibaka with a steal. Here's Petrovic, defended by Brown.
Flushing it on a much taller defender. That is just filthy.
Portland leading by 4. And here's Young. He has 6. Outside Simmons. Back to Young. Pass to Lucas. Outside Simmons. 3 on the clock. Releases. Rebound by Sacramento. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Phoenix.
On the road, they got owned defensively. They just couldn't match the activity level of their opponent.
Yeah, if you allow a team to shoot such a high percentage in their own building, you're going to have a big hill to climb.
Now here's Young. In his last outing, he had 11 points. Soft touch off the glass.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
So it's Sacramento now. They trail by 6. Pass to to Boosie. Here's Petrovic. Here's Havlicek. Trains the triple. Havlicek's got 7 points.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Simmons, the pass to Lucas. Yep, that one's good.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Kings trail by 5. Here's Boosie. Yet to see a basket. And another Sacramento 3.
He's doing everything he can. If they want to win, others have to step up and provide some scoring.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Let's see which teams have been unwavering at the free throw line since the All-Star break. The Trailblazers, third.
Ever since the break, they've been shooting with great confidence from the line, and their numbers reflect that.
Portland leading. Outside Young. They set the pick from deep three-point range. The rebound by Ware. The Kings have gone 4 of 10 shooting the rock in this first quarter. Embry passes to Boosie. Here's Sharman, guarded by Young. Here's Sharman. His last outing, he had 20. Here we go, one-on-one. Out of bounds. Sacramento will have it.
Now the foul for your Trailblazers. Number 12.
Sacramento has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Embry passes to Johnson. They set the screen. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Boosie. From deep. Portland with a rebound. This is the first they're seeing of Sacramento. Here's Iverson. 9 points for him in his last game. Here's Heinrich. Gets an open look and hits it. Kings trail by 4. Here's Sharman. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet.
Portland foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Embry. 8 points in his last timeout. Pass to Sharman. The 3. And Cunningham pulls it down.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
And Markkanen with the stuff.
And this is inexcusable. The defense must force Markkanen further away from the rim.
Kings trail by 6. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Counted.
Bad idea leaving him open. He needs more defensive attention, not less.
Cunningham outside. Pass to Heinrich. Here's Embry. And stolen by Cunningham. 1:33 left in the opening quarter. Here's the steal. Back come the Kings in transition. And he gets that one. And we've got 1:18 left to play in the first. Here's Iverson. No points so far. Again, the miss by Portland. Here's Boosie. Pass to Sharman. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not trying to break a mirror ugly. Let's get mad.
A brilliant dunk, and he hangs up there for a while, too.
Like he's posing for the camera. He's just hanging out, posing for pictures, just making himself at home. Here's Embry. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. Pass to Sharman from behind the arc. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
There's the triple. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Making the most of the second chance opportunity.
Hey, the hustle is real and the hustle is rewarded. Markkanen finds Grant. Now here's Cunningham, covered by Johnson. 3 seconds left. Oh, and Johnson with a block. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Trailblazers out in front, up by 2. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead of the second quarter. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Portland.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
They've got Emmanuel quickly, and it's Lucas in at the small forward position. That's the group for Portland starting the second. Oh, nice shot by Havlicek.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Pass to quickly. Here's Lucas. Back to quickly. Now Young. Shot clock at 5. The 3 is up. And it's quickly with a miss. The Kings leading. Here's Havlicek. 17 points for him. Last game against the Suns in Phoenix. Chalk up 2 there.
Now, what's the saying? Don't box out. You get your feelings hurt.
Quickly outside to the paint. Here's Reed. And it's blocked by Ibaka. Pass to Petrovic. Here's Sharman. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Tries the spin move. Havlicek's shot is off. And here's quickly. He'll bring it up for Portland. It's a 3-point game. Here's Dawson. 9 points in his last outing. And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, a strong move to the rack draws that foul.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Kings.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And also their pressure defense is paying dividends tonight, turning them over and getting out in the open floor and running.
Grant, you played in a more physical era of the NBA. Now it seems like the league is trying to strike a balance there.
I think you're spot on, B.A. There's been some back and forth, trying to keep the game free-flowing and physical. The league's trying for the best of both worlds.
The Kings have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
There's no debate there. He got hammered.
Sacramento shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Taking 2 shots.
That free throw no good. He hits the second from the line. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here's Dawson, quickly, outside. Pass to Young. Here's Dawson. Portland moving it around. Young finds quickly. Again, the miss by Portland. Sacramento leading by 3. Here's Havlicek. No good on the triple.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Quickly, left side. Tries it from 16. Rebound by Sacramento.
Really thought he had this one, and the defense, they were giving it to him.
Ibaka with it. Still without a bucket. Here's Petrovic. And another miss by Sacramento. Quickly, outside. Picked by Reed. Pass to Dawson. Here's Lucas. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Sacramento has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Havlicek's shot is off. Portland trailing here. The ball's knocked loose. Pass to Dawson. Here he goes. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
He shot 2 free throws in the game. He's made 1 and missed 1.
2 shots.
That one drops. He ties it up. Jones, he's checked in for Portland. Simmons comes in for Quickly. And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. The Kings have got 2 of 7 attempts to drop since the end of the first quarter. Here's Sharman. Taking a look at his production, averaging just over 8 points a game. Pass to Havlicek, to the wing on the left. Fires the 3, and Young pulls it down.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you've got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him. You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up, oh yeah, you're done.
Here's Petrovic. Pass to Havlicek. And here's Ibaka. Here's Sharman. Over Simmons. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Just an ugly show for him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
Driving to the basket. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Kings trail by 6. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
And Sacramento calls their first time out of the game. action here for Sacramento. Just 5 games left on the year. Let's take a look at the current seedings in the West. You look at the Kings, currently 8th in their conference. They're hoping to keep that playoff spot. And of course, the Trailblazers, they're a ways down in the standings. Embry passes to Boosie, and there's the screen. Out to the right wing. Havlicek nails it from 3. Havlicek's got 6 in the quarter.
And now he's dropped 2 3-pointers in each quarter.
Outside Simmons. Throws it up high. Pass to Embry. Now here's where Sacramento passing it around. Here's Embry. No made baskets yet. 4 on the clock. Here's Havlicek. Can't tie it up. That one misses.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Brown with a screen. Simmons, the pass to Brown. Shoots over Johnson. Brown, no good.
How did he break that one? He smoked it. Everything was set up for that to be an easy basket.
Here's Embry to the wing, right side. Havlicek passes to Boosie. Now where? From deep, Johnson. Then Simmons grabs the board.
Good job by the D to stay with him and make that a tough 3.
Iverson passes to Brown. Got a piece of it. Pass to Boosie. Here's where. Here's Embry. Here's Havlicek. He nails it, and we're tied. Havlicek's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Oh, 5 threes this half. The D can't contain this guy.
Shot's good by Iverson.
And this has been the story for them so far. They've been lights out from range, particularly in this quarter.
Now here's Johnson. No points yet, and stolen by Cunningham. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. All right, let's take a moment now to look at the rookie leaderboard. The best playmakers over the last 10 games. 4th, Ben Simmons.
You love to see a rookie come in and play this unselfishly, putting the team ahead of himself and making a good first impression.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He might have seen something he needs to review with his guys. Portland making a switch here.
Shooting 2.
That one's off. Down the stretch we come in the NBA season, Grant. What are the contenders honed in on?
Well, BA, the biggest priority is to have everyone healthy. Without a full deck of cards, it's very tough to win a title. And of course, maintaining positive momentum wouldn't hurt either.
And he's good on the second.
Yeah, they're playing a much more physical game here in the second quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
There's a minute 59 left in the second period. Here's where, and down it goes. Jam that one
gone home. I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher. Now here's Brown. Still no points. Here's Iverson. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now. 1:24 left in the first half. Johnson for 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Kings trailing. Here's Busey. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. Busey's got his second bucket on the night.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Portland moving it around. Here's Iverson. Give him 8 points now. Marketed from long range. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Johnson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. From the arc. And the Kings with another 3.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Here's Heinrich. Pass to Marketed. Here's Heinrich. Intercepted. Here's Busey. And that's not going to go. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Sacramento on top, up 4. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
And greetings from the 2K studios. Here at halftime, the Sacramento Kings in a tight game.
One thing in their favor, they're taking care of that basketball shot. In a close game, that can make all the difference.
No question about it. Their execution has been exceptional. And now, how about a peek at the Western Conference standings as the playoffs come into focus?
Taking a look at Sacramento, they're right around where we expected them to be at this point. Nothing to be ashamed of. They've had some great wins. And now they know exactly what they need to work on to become contenders next year.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
In that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Blazers trail by 4. On the court for Sacramento. They've got Serge Ibaka, and it's Petrovic in at the 3. Here's Lucas. It's rebounded by Ibaka. Well, Sacramento is shooting about 41%. Over to the left wing. Havlicek passes to Ibaka. Here's Havlicek. 6 to shoot. The 3 ball. Petrovic shot is off.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Now here's Simmons. Fires the 3.
Willis Reed. First personal foul.
The Kings lead by 4. Pass to Havlicek. Let's go with a 3. Pure from three-point range. Havlicek's got 22 points.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Reed passes to Young. They get the rebound. Now Simmons. Second shot opportunity. Brown. And they'll get another chance. They recover it. Here's Petrovic. No points yet. A nice shot by Havlicek.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Pass to Lucas. The kick out to Simmons. Here's Lucas. Lets the three fly. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Reed's got 6.
Great effort to turn the miss into 2 points.
Yes, sir. Those are the hustle points. Here's Ibaka. Another one falls for Sacramento.
A nice start to the second half. They've made 3 out of their first 4 shots coming out of the break.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players.
Some timeouts you just know you're going to get yelled at. And with these turnovers, I'm going to tell you it's not going to be a very pleasant timeout.
Jones is checked in. And quickly, the 2K leaderboard, showing the teams blocking the most shots over the last month. The Kings in 5th.
These guys have been so impressive down low on the defensive end, denying shots left and right over the past month.
Kings on D. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. Outside Simmons. Pass to Jones. Here's Lucas. Portland moving it around. 5 on the clock. Here's Simmons. No good from 11 feet. The Kings lead by 10. Here's Sharman. And here's Ibaka. Here's Petrovic. And another Sacramento 3.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Portland has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Simmons, the pass to Lucas. Shoots over Ibaka. Again, the miss by Portland. On offense, here are the Kings. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. There's the block. Outside Young. Pass to Lucas. Outside Jones. 5 to shoot. From deep, here's Simmons. Can't get it to drop. The Kings lead by 13. Here's Petrovic. It's hauled in by Lucas.
And let's be honest, they're winning in spite of his atrocious shooting performance.
Now Young. He's got 6. Picked by Reed. Back to Young. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Boosie. Over Simmons. It's wide right, hits off the rim. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Trailing by 13. Now Simmons. Back to Young. Now Reed. Now here's Jones. He's scoreless. He can't hit that time. Here's Petrovic. Pass to Sharman. For three. And another miss by Sacramento. The Trailblazers shooting just 35% from the floor. To the middle. Simmons, the pass to Reed. Howard down after the assist, led him to the lane.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
And the Kings call time here. Timeout. Both teams making substitutions here. Let's see some of the numbers here for him. Pass to Ware. And there's a pick. This one for three. The rebound by Markkanen. Blazers trail by 11. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Quickly from outside. The rebound by Ware. For Sacramento, they've gotten only 4 of 10 shots to fall so far in the third. Pass to Boosie. The free ball. Here's Embry. Here's Sharman. Drills it from deep. Sharman's got his second basket on the night.
Their long-range shooting since halftime has been as strong as you could hope for.
Cunningham outside. Pass to Reed. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That's on Khalil Ware. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Kings.
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
And we also got to talk about the number of points they've scored in transition, just jumping all over the opposition in this regard.
And the first one at the line is good. Young, he's checked in for Quickly. Good on both. And of course, you won a ring with the Cavs in 2016, Richard. Talk about the challenge of winning a title.
In a lot of ways, it just comes down to will and grit. The playoffs are an extra 2 months of intense basketball. The team that wins it all normally has the most health and motivation.
Here's Embry. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Boosie. No good on the 3.
And even though he hasn't been himself, it hasn't affected his team too much. They've still got the lead.
To the inside. Here's Markkanen. And Markkanen with the stuff.
With his inside-outside game, Markkanen is tough to defend in the pick and roll.
Boosie passes to Sharman.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Here's Embry. Over Markkanen. Embry can't hit. And so Cunningham will bring it up for Portland. Pass to Iverson. Now here's Young. 4-3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Ware's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Sharman. Out left to the wing. Here's Embry, started by Markkanen, and the basket by Embry. And the Kings lead by 12.
They've toned down their three-point attack in the second half, looking to protect the lead with higher percentage shots.
Markkanen misses. Sacramento has gone 4 of 9 from beyond the arc since the break. Pass to Embry. And Reed pulls it down. Reed's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Iverson. Back to Cunningham. Picked by Reed. Cunningham outside. Fires, high post. And it comes off the front of the rim. Sacramento leading by 12. Pass to Boosie. Here's Sharman. 5 points in the game. And he can't get that one. And so it's Sacramento now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. And it's their three-point accuracy that has helped them build such a healthy lead. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. We've got Lauri Markkanen, and it's Iverson in at the 2. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Now here's Simmons. Fires it. The jumper from the wing off target. Here's Sharman. Simmons defending. Pass to Ibaka. Sacramento passing it around. Over to the wing. Here's Havlicek. The 3 is up. He drops it from range. Havlicek's got 28 points for the game.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Now here's Simmons. Pass to Iverson. Rebound by Sacramento. And at home for the next game, it'll be New York pulling in to face them. And that kicks off a string of 3 home games for them. Here's Petrovic. Rejected by Brown. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Brown, a screen on Ibaka. Iverson can't hit.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Pass to Sharman. To the paint. Here's Havlicek. Simmons defending. Here's Sharman. Misses the 3.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
Simmons, the pass to Iverson. Ooh, great D that time from Ibaka. Sacramento leading by 15. Beyond the arc. Portland with a rebound. Young's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Kicks it out to Markkanen from deep. It's rebounded by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Havlicek. And it's all from three-point range. Markkanen, pass to Iverson. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Now here's Simmons. He's covered closely. And the jam by Brown.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. The Kings call timeout.
Blazers fans, give a big round of applause for your Blazers breaker dance team.
Let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, I was able to listen in on the Kings head coach talk to his team during the break. He was clapping in the huddle, saying to his guys, loving the effort right now, keep the intensity on them. Leave no doubt in their mind that this game is ours. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Sacramento leading by 13. Pass to Havlicek, launches a three, hits the three-pointer. Havlicek's got 12 points in just the second half.
I mean, no comment, but this is just unreal.
Young, the pass to Simmons. Fades and shoots. It's rebounded by Ibaka. Sacramento has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. Here's Sharman. Shot clock at 6. Sacramento passing it around. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Markkanen outside. Here's the three. Rebound by Sacramento. Here's Sharman. Pass to Havlicek. The shot from 20 feet out, and he comes up with a bucket. Havlicek's got 36 points.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
And here's Simmons. Looking to win the run, and he lays it in.
It looked like he was playing against his little brother out there, the way he just went right over him with his height.
Pass to Petrovic. Here's Sharman. Here's Havlicek. Goes up from the top of the key. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Brown's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Now here's Simmons. Pass to Lucas. Yes, and that's Simmons with the assist. Simmons has got his 6th assist of the night. Here's Petrovic. Now here's Ibaka. Here's Havlicek. Sends it home from three-point land. Havlicek's got 39.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. let's take a look at our player of the game.
This has been one of the most dominant performances I've ever seen. What's incredible is he has no off switch, just a tremendous motor, and he's making an impact on every single possession. And look at him. You think it's just another game. He is totally in control of his emotions.
Boy, it's not hard to be blown away by his level of play. It's never easy winning on the road, but to do it in this fashion, that's a special performance right there. Blazers trail by 20. Right side Simmons. Down low. Reed. Yes. And that's Simmons with the assist.
His first half performance, somewhat forgettable, but now he's pouring it on.
Pass to Petrovic. Here's Boosie. Puts up a three. It's hauled in by Lucas. Lucas has got his fourth rebound in this one. Brown finds Young. And here's Simmons. Brown passes to Young. Brown against Ibaka. Lets it fly. And it's Simmons missing. Sacramento leading by 18. Nice shot by Havlicek. Havlicek's got 41.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
Out to the wing. Here's Lucas. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Richard, when you look at career longevity for NBA players, has LeBron shifted what we thought was possible?
No doubt. It's made fans more critical of guys that are on the decline. But ultimately, guys start to decline around 32, 33 years old. That is normal.
The first free throw is good. No good on the second, so he hits one of two. Sacramento leading by 19. Pass to Havlicek. Ibaka with a screen on Young. Havlicek's shot is off.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Young looking around. Here's Simmons.
2 minutes in the game. 2 minutes.
And there's the rejection. Here's Boosie. Pass to Ibaka. Sacramento passing it around. And again for three.
He's got this defense scrambling. Even when they've got two guys on him, he finds a way to get to space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for three-pointers in a single game. Here's Lucas. Back to Simmons. Well, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. Something the league has worked towards, seeing small market teams competing at a high level, Grant.
Yeah, this league isn't just for the big cities. Smart drafting and team development can make any organization elite. And of course, that's the beauty of it all.
The Kings lead by 22.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Kings.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, BA, just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And this will get marked down as their 16th win of the year. Now here's Johnson. There's a screen. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
And as it should be. To be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
Yep, count it.
These are exactly the kind of shots they want to generate each and every time down the floor.
Here's Sharman. So no problem for Sacramento as they get the win. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And time now for our player of the game.